Dominica Promotions presents the record-breaking King Days of Daddy Chess Hunter Scrunter Observer Tasha P, Rabbit Solo Wizard Trinata, and Calypso Queen Shanae.
I really love Dominica.
Young Bull Bob Sai Lucas Professor Pigtail, also Buyo Ambassador Esa Banter.
Anyway, you give it to me, I'll take it.
Backed up by the swinging stands, doors open 9 p.m. Entrance $40 in advance, and get a chance to win a round trip ticket to Dominica plus a World Creole Music Festival season's ticket, plus 3 free barrel shipments to Dominica.
How did you get there, mister?
Partners include the government of Dominica, QFM, the big station, TBS Radio, Digicel, TNO, Bullseye Pharmacy, Dominica Cargo, USVI, Easy Barrel, Neo Expressions, Tesoto. Call or WhatsApp 1767-225-0625 for more information. The 13th annual King of Kings Calypso Showdown, New York City, the greatest showrunner of Sakai.
All right, now let's talk to the sexiest Calypsonian alive here in studios of me. Good morning to you, Val Young Bull Coffee.
Hey, good morning, man. How are you doing, brother?
How you doing?
I'm doing good, you know.
Yes, man, you look good. You look good.
Yeah, thank God for that, you know.
Thank God for
man.
that. Thank God for that. We're very happy that you're doing okay. Val, you're heading to New York next week.
We're going to finish what we supposed to have started probably last year. I think it.
Were you in New York last year when that happened?
Yeah, I was, you know. But we're going to finish it. We're going to do it well. The bigger venue. We're going to be more power, more musical power, more power from the artists, and people. We just want people to come out and support, because definitely what's going to happen is something for Dominica. We take the opportunity of Dominica Promotions for the last 13 years to promote Dominica's World Creole Music Festival. We don't only have Dominicans coming through the venue, but we have nationals from the OECS and other Caribbean countries who come and support our Calypso in a big way. So we look forward to Dominicans in the Tri-State area and all around the United States to really come forward and to give that support and to really lend their hand to make sure that our Calypso continues to thrive in the world.
All right. Val, what can we expect from you? I mean, new energies, new everything?
It's good. I mean, the thing, I have not lost everything in terms of the way I perform. I've lost a lot of weight. I want to thank God for that, because I working the stage when I was 350 pounds, 360. It was taking its toll on me, and now that I've come down to at least 200 pounds, and I feel I have more energy to provide, sing a lot better. People better come ready to sweat, bring your rag, bring your flag. The Pastor Bull will be on, Bull Matador, they chew my pocket, whatever you want, we're going to be having it. The swing sets will be there. So it's just come and have fun, enjoy yourself. The King of Kings, where you have the best of the best, being in one zone, one area. The venue is much larger. People can get opportunity to win, to come to Dominica for the 90th annual World Creole Music Festival, because we believe that if the partnership of Calypso and the DDA and working towards ensuring that we can have a successful independence celebration is a wonderful thing. And I hope that Dominicans will join us on that next Saturday and ensure that they buy your tickets in advance and early, come inside the venue. Those of you who need to redeem your tickets, do that, as Wadik said early on, but make sure that the place is ram jam to capacity, because it's going to be hot, and trust me, I'm going to bring it. I'm going to make sure that you have all the fun, guaranteed. And so I want to see your face in the place.
What is it that you love about Kings of Kings? What makes it a different show?
Is the opportunity to really be your brothers and sisters of Calypso who do very well over the years. I mean, you have people like Dice, Hunter, Scrunter, Daddy Chess, Observer, Tasha P, Rabbit, Legends, Solo, Wizard, Trinada. Then we have the Bob. The Bob is the people's champion. He has always been a great contributor to Calypso in Dominica. Sai, Lugas, the professor who is young and up and coming. The Johnny Jackson. The only strange one there is Mighty Pigtail, who is not any national crown champion, but being the 3-time monarch of the port, he has gotten his way to that main stage. So we have a good combination, a good team of people, and I think Anne-Marie Clark with Dominica Promotions has been doing a wonderful job in trying to put together, every year. And of course, with Asa Banton, who has been doing a lot of work in promoting Dominica as a destination and going around the world, making sure that Dominica's music and Dominica's name is out there. It's only an effort to really bring Dominica to the fore. So I think that people should really recognize what this tremendous effort if we coming together for our energies and forgetting the competition and just having fun.
All right, we're going to come back for the final words from Val Coffee. When we come back, the sexiest Calypsonian alive. We're coming back after this.
By popular demand, the New York City and the Tri-State. Look out for the grand return of the 13th annual King of Kings Calypso Extravaganza. Saturday, August 20, 2016. At the bigger, better, cooler Rosedale Center. 169-65-137th Avenue, Queens, New York. So Madebu backing, unlimited backing. So Madebu blast, unlimited space. Dominica Promotions presents the record-breaking King Days. Daddy Chess Hunter Scrunter Observer Tasha P. Rabbit Solo Wizard Trinata and Calypso Queen Shanae.
I really love Dominica.
Young Bull Bob Cy Lucas Professor Pigtail. Also Buyo Ambassador Essa Banter.
Anyway, you give it to me, I'll take it.
Backed up by the swinging stands. Doors open 9 p.m. Entrance $40 in advance. And get a chance to win a round trip ticket to Dominica plus a World Creole Music Festival season's ticket. Plus 3 free barrel shipments to Dominica.
How did you get there, mister?
Partners include the government of Dominica, QFM, the big station, DBS Radio, Digicel, TNO, Bullseye Pharmacy, Dominica Cargo, USVI, Easy Barrel, Neo Expressions, Tesoto. Call or WhatsApp 1767-225-0625 for more information. The 13th annual King of Kings Calypso Showdown, New York City, the greatest show on earth.
Some of us wear our ignorance like a badge of honor.
My people, let's sing.
Yeah, man. Oh, my baby.
Young Bull in New York City.
2015 again.
King of Kings.
Let's praise him, let's praise him. Come on, I want your confession. It's on the 15th. Thank God I love Calypso and go into religion. Bull is now the online pastor. Call me with your confessions. Cause that coming to my surprise. Text messages from every walk of life. One politician, he come knocking like Nicodemus in the night. Yeah, man. Yes. This election was the worst. So much young people like girls.
Pastor Bull, pray for me. I suspect this is one of the big ones over here in New York next Saturday, Young Bull.
Yeah, for sure. We're going to be doing the Bull Matador, the Chew My Pocket, Pastor Bull. I mean, and whatever you want, once we got it, we're going to drop it. It's going to be a good evening. I can guarantee you that. I'm bringing my A game. The rest of the guys are going to get ready. It's going to be a time of our lives. I can guarantee that. Bring your rag, bring your flag, bring your ladies out, bring your men out, bring the kids out. They're going to be people from St. Lucia, from Grenada, from Trinidad, from all the islands. Dominicans must represent, must support, because this is a promotion not only for Calypso, but it's for Dominica. At the end of the day, we want to make sure that Dominica, the nation of the Caribbean, is promoted in a very positive way. You can come to our World Christmas Festival, which is the 19th edition, that's on our independence celebrations, our Carnival for 2017, which is getting ready to outlay as well. So lots of activities that way you can really support Dominica in a positive way, because we want to increase our tourism arrivals. We want to make sure that our hotel beds are filled. So all these efforts are geared towards ensuring that there's a sustainable growth for our musical industry, our tourism industry. So next Saturday is only part of that effort. And big up to the Kings of Kings, and we want to see your face in the place. It's going to be nice, it's going to be good, we're going to be praying, but of course we're going to be having fun.
Thank you so much, man. Good to see you, brother. Good to see you.
Put your hand in the air
New York,
and rise. Somebody scream
King of Kings.
and praise him. Politics and religion, pillars of society, must be the revelation. Now church always half empty. That's foolishness. I can't stand that. Why no.
By popular demand, New York City and the Tri-State. Look out for the grand return of the 13th annual King of Kings Calypso Extravaganza. Saturday, August 20, 2016. At the bigger, better, cooler Rosedale Center. 169-65-137th Avenue, Queens, New York. So Madebu backing, unlimited backing. So Madebu blast, unlimited space. Dominica Promotions presents the record-breaking King Days, Daddy Chess Hunter, Squanto Observer, Tasha P, Rabbit Solo, Wizard Trinata, and Calypso Queen Shanae.
I really love Dominica.
Young Bull, Bob, Cy, Lucas, Professor Pigtail, also Buyo Ambassador Essa Banter.
Anyway, you give it to me, I'll take it.
Backed up by the swinging stands, doors open 9 p.m. Entrance $40 in advance. And get a chance to win a round trip ticket to Dominica plus a World Creole Music Festival season's ticket. Plus 3 free barrel shipments to Dominica.
How did you get there, mister?
Partners include the government of Dominica, QFM, the big station, DBS Radio, Digicel, TNO, Bullseye Pharmacy, Dominica Cargo, USVI, Easy Barrel, Neo Expressions, Tesoto. Call or WhatsApp 1767-225-0625 for more information. The 13th annual King of Kings Calypso Showdown, New York City, the greatest showrunner of Sakai.
Some of us wear our ignorance like a badge of honor. And if ever there has been a political statement so true and so profound, it is Pierre Charles' statement. Because every time I see Kamala John Baptist, I see a badge of honor amidst all the makeup she has.
So I bring the guests on, I bring whomever I want from whichever party. That's the way I think democracy works, and that's the way we're going to do it. What you are used to, the Dominican public, and what I think has been lacking for some months, and that is true democracy and an opportunity and a medium for people to say what they think, and for there to be really an avenue where people are not hindered in any which way, whether it may be political or religious. This program is going to give you an opportunity to say what you want to say, and also to bring some real balance and perspective to media in Dominica, or at least continue in that vein.
Some of us wear our ignorance like a badge of honor. And if ever there has been a political statement so true and so profound, it is Pierre Charles' statement. Because every time I see Kamala John Baptist, I see a badge of honor amidst all the makeup she has.
I did promise you the full interview this morning. Let's listen.
Thank you for joining us on Talking Point this morning. I'll get straight into the conversation. You've been the leader of the UWP since September 1 of 2013. Just about a year after that, there were general elections, 2014. It's about a month or so shy of 3 years since you've been the leader of the UWP. Is this where you thought you would be 3 years into your leadership?
In terms of?
You went into a general elections.
Mm-hmm.
You're 3 years into your leadership of the UWP. Your UWP has been a party somewhat embattled. I'm wondering whether this is where you thought when you went into and you accepted to be leader, when you led the party into general elections, where you are today. Is this where you thought you would be?
Well, I accepted the responsibility to lead the United Workers' Party in September of 2013, as you said. And that responsibility to lead is exactly what it suggests.
to provide the best leadership that you can in terms of example, in terms of forward direction, and being able to create vision, and be able to keep a team together and build a team and build capability around the team. And I think I have done my best with that. We contested the elections in 2014. We did not win the government, and so the responsibility then became representation of the people and leadership of people from the standpoint and the perspective of opposition, parliamentary opposition in Dominica, which is where we are, and which is what I am faithfully paying attention to.
So I'm still wondering what your expectations, do your expectations and the reality, do these two things line up?
Yes, in the sense that I'm doing what I set out to do, which is, having accepted the leadership of a political party, try my best to add value to the party, try my best to build the capabilities of the party, and to prepare the party for the ultimate, the optimum service to country, and the very noble task of helping to improve the lives of people. It is not happening right now from the corridors of government, because we have not been selected to be or elected to be the government of Dominica. It hasn't happened under my watch. I don't know if it will happen under my watch, but all I'm saying to you this morning is that this leadership responsibility that I accepted, I am doing my very best to carry it out to the best of my ability.
Sure. You mentioned just now about the responsibilities and what you've been doing, what you've accepted to do, which is to build the party. I'm trying to paraphrase, to build the party and to strengthen the party, so to speak. Coming out of a by-election that you just lost in the Soufrière constituency, coming out of a bitter, to put it lightly, public battle with your deputy leader, do you see those things really materializing, the things that you set out to do?
You mean building the capacity of the party?
That's right, strengthening it.
Absolutely. There's no leadership responsibility you accept anywhere in the world that doesn't come with a fair share of challenges. There's no leadership responsibility that you accept anywhere on planet Earth that is not going to throw up its own disappointments, its own failures. The point about it is the discipline of learning and the discipline of building from the mistakes that you have made, from the failures that have surfaced, and just trying to improve and to get better all the time. That is my philosophy of life. That's what I live, and that's why I'm enjoying the responsibility that I have taken onto myself as of September 2013.
I'm curious, what has been the biggest surprise for you in these new positions that you've taken up?
The biggest surprise? The biggest surprise, to my mind, has to do with the nature of the challenge of opposing a sitting government that is bent on utilizing every public resource available, every trick in the book to ensure that it builds the paramountcy of the party, and it makes the party, the ruling party, the be-all and the end-all of everything in Dominica. And it creates out of the leader a person who believes the state is mine, the state belongs to me, the resources of the state are mine, and so I can do as I please with them.
Explain what you just said. Break it down for me. Explain what you mean by the party in government using the state resources, the leader acting as if the state is mine. Explain those things to me.
Well, you do have a leader in Dominica who believes that it is heresy, it is treasonous to criticize the way he carries out his public function.
Where's your evidence? Where's your evidence to back that up?
Well, don't you hear? By the way, you're the press secretary at the Prime Minister Roosevelt Scribe, right?
I'm the press secretary of the government, but here's the thing that's happening this morning. I'm not the one in Studio 2. I'm the one asking the questions.
By the way, being the one in Studio 2, let me make something clear to you. The invitation that I received, you can ask Cecil Joseph for a copy of it. It indicated that I was being invited here to talk about the 2016 budget. You have opened up this interview in a sort of interrogatory kind of way about what I did in 2013, what I've been doing since, whether I have any disappointments, whether I'm where I expected to be, and so on. I've tolerated that. But I'd like us now to come to the discussion of the budget, which is what I came here for.
Here's what I think you know as a seasoned former broadcaster. Here's what I think you know, just as well as I do. The person being interviewed does not dictate what the line of questioning is.
No, hold on. The person who is being interviewed is not trying to dictate the line of questioning.
You just said to me, let's go now, and you are telling me where to go.
The person who is being interviewed is simply asking you to follow the protocol which was established by the content of the letter of invitation I received.
You will not raise your voice to me.
No, but you will
not raise your voice to me, Mr. Linton. I've been very respectful. The people of Dominica are listening.
What are you talking about raising voice?
The people of Dominica are listening, and I think you, as a former broadcaster, would know.
Are we going to talk about the budget?
That you
are we going to talk about the 2016
the line
budget?
Of questioning.
No, but I've been invited here to talk about the 2016 budget.
What I asked you to do,
and then you're telling me about the line of questioning.
Here's what I simply asked you to do.
Are we going to talk about the budget?
To support the accusations that you made.
Are we going to talk about the budget?
We will.
Are we going to talk about the budget?
We will.
So are we going to do that now?
I asked you to back up what you said with facts.
Well, I'll back them up with facts in the course of the budget discussion. Are you okay with that?
I guarantee you that you know that I am not one of the people that you talk to in any which way. I guarantee you that you know that. I guarantee you that you know that.
Kamala Aaron, what is this about? What is this about, really? What is this about? Me talking to you? You don't dictate the way I speak. I don't tell you what questions to ask. I don't dictate your line of questioning. I simply ask you to follow the protocol established by the letter of invitation I received to be here this morning. That is all. And what I came prepared for is a discussion about the budget of 2016. You're on all sorts of excursions into other things of which I've been tolerant. But I'm asking now, are we going to have a conversation about the budget, and can that conversation about the budget commence now? That's all I'm asking. And if you don't have the tolerance, if you don't have the respect for the position that I represent, and being here this morning at the invitation of DBS Radio, excuse yourself, let somebody else do the interview. You seem to be here with some sort of agenda, which I don't particularly appreciate.
You always dictate what people's agenda is when you have a difficulty backing up your accusation with facts.
But that is absolute rubbish. That is absolute rubbish. I am saying to you that whatever facts and evidence you want, I will back it up in the conversation about the budget which I came prepared for. Is that okay for you? And can we commence the discussion on the 2016 budget now?
as a former broadcaster myself, I will ask the questions that I think I want to ask, even in the context of a budget discussion. Honorable Lennox Linton is a leader of a party, he's the leader of the opposition, and all the questions I have asked are relevant questions. If he does not want to answer them, he may choose not to answer them. That's how it's going to work this morning. Let me ask another question of the leader of the opposition. During the 2016-2017 budget presentation, you walked out of the House of Assembly. The budget presentation is the most important calendar event in the lives of the people of Dominica. Explain to the people of Dominica how your business ended up on the streets in protest action during the 2016-2017 budget debate.
What do you mean how my business ended up in protest action? I don't understand that.
Let me explain it.
I don't understand. Yeah, take your time.
Let me explain it. I'm good. No coaching necessary. The 2016-2017 budget debate was going on in the Parliament of Dominica. Mm-hmm. At that same time, your party planned to have protest action. Your business during the budget debate is in the House of Assembly. I am wondering how it is, especially based on what you said, with your agenda to build the party, how your party plans for protest action during the most significant calendar event in the country.
The party did not plan for protest action during what you referred to as the single most important calendar event in the country. The party's protest action was planned during the week of the 22nd of June 2016. At that time, the party had no idea when the budget presentation was going to be. The budget year ended on the 30th of June 2016. The fiscal year 2015-2016 ended on the 30th of June. We had no indications as parliamentarians when the budget presentation would be. Last year, it was earlier in the month of July. The year before that, it was a little earlier. This year, it came towards the end of the month. We decided, when we were notified about the meeting of the Parliament, that we would go ahead with our protest action as planned. The protest action did not prevent me from responding to the budget statement of the Prime Minister within 24 hours of him presenting it to the Parliament of Dominica. I was not in the Parliament for certain periods during the ensuing debate, but I was not the only individual in the Parliament who was not present for certain sections of the sitting. The Prime Minister himself was absent. There were others who were absent. And it is normal behavior, customary in the Parliament, that parliamentarians come and go.
There's a difference. There's a difference between coming and going. You are taking a break, walking outside, and being in a planned protest action on the streets of Roseau.
Which I told you was planned during the week of the 22nd of June. Did you hear that?
Was it prudent to continue on with it after you found out what the date was?
Yes, it was.
Moving right along. Your position on the budget 2016-2017. In a nutshell, if you were to say it in one sentence, would be what?
It's an old talk budget.
I didn't get that, sorry.
I said it's an old talk budget, one sentence.
What's the old talk?
The old talk, the same old talk we've heard over and over again for 16 years.
Okay, do you consider the facility for the tourism sector of $15 million in the aid bank same old talk?
We have seen those initiatives before.
Where?
In Dominica. There's never been money available to be lent through the aid bank for productive sector purposes?
No, my friend. There's a difference between money being put in the bank and I specifically mentioned the tourism sector.
Sounds similar to me. Sounds similar to things I've heard about in the past.
This has never happened before, that the private sector meets with the public sector, specifically the Ministry of Finance and the Minister for Finance, tells the Minister for Finance what its difficulties are, asks for terms and conditions, those terms and conditions provided for the tourism sector. That has never happened before. Tell me again what is old.
This budget of 2016-2017 makes mention. Well, first of all, let me just explain that the two tracks. One is the maintenance track, where the government is providing for things that normally happen, teachers, or education services, or health services, all the line ministries, the work that they're responsible for to provide services for the public of Dominica. That gets taken care of. Monies are set aside to do that. That happened. That always happens. The other side of it is what actions the government going to take with the idea and the commitment in mind to improve the economic circumstances of the country and the capability of the country to afford higher levels and more effective social services in the country. That's where the growth of the economy comes in. That's where the capabilities of the country to earn more money and to be able to employ more people, to bring in more revenue from overseas, etc., that's where that comes in. So the question now becomes, how did that get catered for in circumstances where the working class of the country has been devastated, the middle class is in a downward spiral, and poverty is escalating?
No, you would have to explain to me those things. And again, I hope it does not end up in a tirade, because I'm going to ask you to explain. Explain to me how the working class is worse off. Explain to me how the middle class is spiraling. Explain to me those things.
The working class of Dominica has found itself in a position where there is limited employment, there is unemployment, and incomes are depressed in the sector. The circumstances facing the middle class of Dominica, pretty similar in terms of limited opportunities to grow, limited opportunities to earn more money. And the escalation of poverty in Dominica,
saying that there are limited opportunities, saying that there are limited opportunities in and of itself is not an explanation. Where are there limited opportunities? The middle class in Dominica, for the information of the general public, the middle class consists of the teachers, doctors, nurses, people providing mostly in the service industry, mostly. The teachers, for example, of Dominica have never had more opportunity for growth in education than right now. Study opportunity, which means greater opportunity in various ways, uphill. So I'm trying to understand when you talk about the middle class.
You have answered the question. So let's move on to another question.
No, you are.
Kamala John Baptist, you're not going to correct my views. My views are my views.
No,
if you're going to use the mic and the fact,
substantiate your
it's
views.
not a question. I'm speaking to you and you're interrupting me to tell me what the correct interpretation of a downward spiral in the middle class is in Dominica. That is my view. That is my view. That is my view. There's a downward spiral. The middle class, in terms of economic advancement opportunities, are having it difficult.
How?
They're having difficulties.
How?
And the working class of this country, in a situation of expanding joblessness and unemployment, is having difficulty making ends meet.
How?
Kamala John Baptist, the teachers and the nurses and the service providers that you referred to are living in circumstances where their incomes are not rising at the same rate that the cost of living is rising, and they're having more difficulty now making ends meet than they had in years gone by. That is my view, that is my understanding, that is my perception based on talking with people and knowing real life circumstances in Dominica. If you see it differently, then that's fine.
Well, let me tell you how I see it differently, and
I'm not interested in how you see it differently.
Because what you're interested in is spreading propaganda without any evidence.
But
that's what you're interested in doing.
So hold on. Hold on. Am I entitled to a view this morning that you're not going to try to correct?
You are entitled to bringing the truth to power, as you like to say, to the public. That's what you're entitled to doing. I'm asking you to simply back up what you're saying with evidence.
Okay, so as far as you're concerned, the middle class in Dominica is better off now than it ever was. So that's your view. My view is different. So let's move on to another question.
You have not substantiated your view.
No, I'm not going to substantiate any further. You're not interested in substantiation. You're
yes,
interested
I am.
You're interested in an interrogation.
No.
If you do not know, and you cannot appreciate that middle class people in Dominica are under pressure, then you cannot understand.
You have to tell the public how.
But I've told you, I have told you that their incomes are not keeping step with the rising cost of living. I've told you that.
But here's something that's happening parallel to what you just said. Here's something that's happening parallel. The civil servants of Dominica have opportunities to get, for example, a mortgage at a rate that they have never had ever before. So even if...
Why don't you interview yourself?
No, I'm asking you the question.
Yourself? Listen, I'm out of here, okay? I'm out of here.
Have a nice day.
Have a conversation with yourself.
Have a nice day.
About the budget of Dominica, about the middle class, about the working class. Ask your questions to yourself, answer them.
Substantiate the things that you say. I am not going to subject
myself to this absolute garbage.
Substantiate the things that you say. Back them up with facts.
I'm trying my best, but you wouldn't allow me. You want to correct my views. Listen to my views and appreciate them. I'm trying to talk to you, but you're trying to tell me what I should think and what I should say. Did I ask what questions to ask?
Actually, you tried to.
Oh, okay.
You tried to tell me what questions
I told you to stick to the protocol. The protocol of the letter.
Your modus operandi is always the same. When people ask you to back up your views with facts,
it's not a question of backing up, Kamala.
You get upset.
It's a question of you stop behaving like the rabid political animal that you are, trying to hide under the cover of media practice. You
would know a lot about that. No. You would know a lot about that.
You are the press secretary of the government, hosting a conversation where the radio station has invited me to come here to talk about the budget, and you're on an excursion all of your own, talking about this and talking about that. Your whole purpose here this morning is to not to try to listen to me or to allow the public to hear what I have to say. Your whole purpose is to try to embarrass me, to try to set your agenda, and to score one for the Roosevelt-Skerrit administration. So you have just done that.
You had an opportunity to score a few for yourself.
You've just done that.
You had an opportunity to score a few for yourself.
Take care of yourself.
Have a good day.
God bless you.
Have a good day.
Wow, wow, wow. This is Q95 Radio. You just had a repeat there of an interview done. With the opposition leader, conducted by Press Secretary Kamala John Baptist. We're taking your phone calls. Hello.
Good morning, Matt.
How are you, sir?
Feeling good indeed. Let me thank you, first of all, for playing it because I did not hear it live.
Okay.
You know, Matt, they've always tried to paint a picture of the Honorable Lennox Linden, our distinguished leader, as some kind of angry guy who's uptight and all the rest of it. But I have said before, this man has the patience of a saint, because I would have walked out on this interview. In fact, maybe it would not have even started, because we all know, those of us who are in the politics and, follow media and so on, we have an idea as to the type of blood that is flowing between those two parties in that interview. And isn't the Kamala John Baptist, isn't she a public officer, Matt?
Yes, she is.
So I would imagine she would either have an office or a desk or whatever it is at the ministry or wherever, and would be supposed to report to work like all other public officers.
Yeah.
So what was she doing there conducting that interview? This is why I said yesterday, Matt, this is a setup. Matt, I don't know, I know we grew up in different times, but when I was a boy, we would, what we would call lagli, you cut the sap from the back of a breadfruit tree, and it's very sticky, and we would twist it around a little piece of what we call touche coco, and put a piece of mango or something at the bottom of it, and we would just stand there and watch to see, let birds come and get there, try to eat the mango and get stuck. This to me looked like a kind of entrapment, where you set a trap and they were waiting to see how they could embarrass our distinguished leader, and it backfired on them.
Well, I haven't heard any genuine questions. Now that I listened to the full interview in its entirety, a full question on the budget, and that was the premise on this, which Mr. Lennox Linton was invited on. I haven't heard a genuine question about the budget. I don't think this young lady was prepared for this interview. Hello, talk to me.
Good morning, Matt. How you doing?
Good.
Matt, Carmela, of all persons, should know what's the meaning of the
downward spiral. Yes.
System of the economic, man. When you work in and you haven't got one piece of child, you cannot provide for yourself properly. You have to be borrowing money from institution, and your name have to be in the chronicle. That's the way economic system working in Dominica. Have a blessed morning. Bye-bye.
Good. 9:06 is the morning time. Hello. Maybe I would assume that she don't understand downward spiral. Hello? Are you there, caller? Caller. Hello, talk to me. Hello.
Hello, Matt.
Mm-hmm.
I listened. That's something I could talk about, but I just want to talk about what she said about the civil servant.
Yes.
And I really hope she's listening. She's a young lady. She's a nice young lady. Matt, what she said, yes, the government may be offering loans at very low interest rates.
Mm-hmm.
But if that was true, no, I'm not saying that's not true. That's true. But somehow it seems the civil servants are not able to even get those loans, because we should have a building boom now. What happened to you civil servants? The government is giving you money at such a low rate, and you cannot start to build your houses. The way I take it, Matt, is as though somebody right now is giving me a Lexus. A Lexus costs lots of money, so I've heard. But somebody could come and say, look, I'm giving you a Lexus for 20,000.
You mean a car?
right?
The Lexus, yes.
Okay, somebody could come right now and tell me they're giving it to me for $20,000. But Matt, if I only have $100, can I buy that Lexus? So even though they are offering the government, the civil servants loans at a cheaper rate, they need to right now think, but why is it we do not have a building boom? That's what they need to think.
Well, I have friends who have taken these loans, and at the end of the day, they only have $200-300.
That's what I'm asking. So they need to, Kamala, you need to find out why is it people giving you all that and the civil servants.
And there's not a boom. You're right. There's not a construction boom.
Right. So probably Mr. Later need to ask us about it. That's what I want to talk about, Kamala and her interview yesterday. Thank you, Matt.
Thank you very much. Let's take another phone call there. Hello.
Yeah. Good morning, Matt.
Yes.
Yeah. You see, people should not be surprised at what is happening on this national radio station. Since we are under dictatorship, actually, we are under dictatorship. We shouldn't be surprised. So the lady is looking for further promotion because she noticed, well, policemen getting promotion like that by getting things contrarily, crookedly, and everything otherwise that is good. Nothing that is good is coming out from there. And then that is why she behaving that way. And Lennox did a right turn. So I support Lennox, and well, that woman herself is there to do the damaging job for the dictator Skerrit. Okay, brother.
909. This is the Kamala I used to know.
So I bring the guests on. I bring whomever I want from whichever party. That's the way I think democracy works, and that's the way we're going to do it. What you are used to, the Dominican public, and what I think has been lacking for some months, and that is true democracy and an opportunity and a medium for people to say what they think, and for there to be really an avenue where people are not hindered in any which way, whether it may be political or religious. This program is going to give you an opportunity to say what you want to say, and also to bring some real balance and perspective to media in Dominica, or at least continue in that vein.
That was a first program, the introduction of a first program on Q95 radio. That's when I thought she was very genuine. Hello, talk to me.
Yeah.
Yes. Are you there? Hello.
Morning, Matt.
Matt, I'm going to give you an assignment this morning.
Tell me, sir.
Matt, I want you to go and stand by Big Edge and Fast Cash and watch the middle class workers of Dominica after they draw a month end. By the second week of the other month, you will see them, Matt. Matt, that is, we have some lick bottom African in Dominica, Matt. Anytime you see they get under certain man's coattails, that's how they behaving. Very strange. It's amazing how they just change, Matt. Have a nice morning.
Yeah, that's a big change right there. Big change.
If they feel you're not supporting, to the bosom stooge reporting, you no longer needed. They go tell you flat, and them who say they're righteous wouldn't sing about that. They put you on the pavement to pass your better heart. Now that they in government, who go sing about that? Not she. She righteous, she righteous. She's so righteous.
I Kamala John Baptist Aaron. I'm the host in this country that puts the most clarity, that stops people talking any kind of garbage in the entire talk show circuit in this country. Do you understand what I'm saying? People call these talk shows and all the hosts say is thank you caller with nothing else. People call these talk shows and all the hosts say is thank you caller with nothing else. Prime Minister Roosevelt Scary, thank you so much.
Sure, thank you, boy.
All the hosts say is thank you caller. Prime Minister Roosevelt Scary, thank you so much.
She righteous, she righteous. She's so righteous.
Some of us wear our ignorance like a badge of honor, And if ever there has been a political statement so true and so profound, it is Pierre Charles's statement, because every time I see Kamala John Baptist, I see a badge of honor amidst all the makeup she has. Some of us wear our ignorance like a badge of honor, and if ever there has been a political statement so true and so profound, it is Pierre Charles's statement, because every time I see Kamala John Baptist, I see a badge of honor amidst all the makeup she has.
That was Tony Astor fans. Hello, talk to me. 9:13. Hello.
Good morning, Matt.
Yes.
It appears to me she had more lipstick, and of course, she wear that lipstick as a bad.
No. Anyway, let's go, my brother. Let's go.
But Matt, let me just tell you something. You invited someone to an interview. You've told the person that you're going to have a specific topic. Then of course, Sam and everything was going all right, But you could see Kamala had an agenda. She had an agenda. Matt, I find Lennox take too long to walk out the studios. But being the gentleman that he is, being the kind of leader he is, you are trying to be tolerant to the situation. And Matt, I don't see, outside of her, you know why? She cannot represent anything. I'll tell you why. You are condemning the man. When you ask the man about the middle class, he told you that there's a downward spiral in the middle class. It is a fact. When you look at consumption, people don't have disposable income. You have the working poor. She forget to have the working poor man. And she cannot point to one figure that shows where the middle class has been upward moving. Because when you're talking, you have to have the facts. She's in the government machine, she's part of them. And she still cannot get the statistics to back up what she says. Huh? You have to be a genius to know that Dominica's middle class has been broken down. There's working poor. Kamala, you yourself, you're working and you're poor. You cannot get what you want. All is not well. Huh? And you can consider yourself being part of the middle class. And I think she's been very disrespectful. And even yesterday, two labor rights coming, two prominent labor rights. I'll God call their names. He'll fire them today if I do that. And they told me, man, boy, one thing is Lennox. They can say what they want if Lennox. Lennox can stand up. And they find Kamala very insulting. Because they demonstrate, they would not have tolerated that. She could have been, and you could don't raise your voice by raising your voice. Is that like a child you are talking to? You are not talking to your child. She doesn't want him to raise his voice, but she's raising hers. Huh? Well, Kamala, you say you know about media practicing. You don't know anything. Have a good day, Matt. Thanks for bringing the interview, because had I not heard it from you, I would not know what would transfer, because based on what I'm hearing, it appeared that Lennox was wrong. But now that you have brought the truth to light, we're giving Lennox this kudos this one. Lennox, well done. We are proud of you. Have a good morning.
Have a good morning. Hello. Talk to me.
Good morning, Matt.
How are you?
Good. Lennox has the heart of an angel. Because at that beginning, when Kamala started grueling Lennox, I would have walked out. But the other thing is, if he had walked out, you would hear Dominican say that he had gone there for an interview and he did not wait and he walked out. I want Dominicans to open their eyes and also to listen, to hear what is really happening. She came there with an agenda. She is the government press secretary. What the devil is she doing in there, and why is she the one who had to interview our leader of the opposition? It's time that we Dominicans really do something. I wouldn't go up there, because I would have walked out from the time she started with this kind of arrogance and this kind of statement. She came there with an agenda and she wanted to fulfill it, you see. But as I said, our leader has the heart of an angel. Mr. Lennox, you just keep your head on and keep do what you are doing, and we are all there for you. Have a nice day.
Have a nice day too. Thank you very much. Hello. Yes.
How are you? And morning to your listeners.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I listened to the interview yesterday, the whole thing on DBS, and I tried myself to get to DBS. I never got through. I tried for a long time. I never got through because I wanted to speak to Kamala directly. I personally would not go in and sit with Kamala. I would not live with Kamala Digard because at the end of the day, she's damaging herself going forward. Politics come, politics go. Party come, party goes. Got people in power now, tomorrow some others could be in power, but you have to maintain a level of professionalism. To me, if she had any principle, she would know that one, She is the press secretary, the PRO of the government, and therefore she would want to defend the government program. She has a government agenda. The leader of the opposition is leader of a party and leader of the opposition, and therefore he has his own agenda, his own party program to bring to the public, and therefore the two of them on the air would create a problem. Then thirdly, I understood that they have a matter in court themselves, and therefore, the good is that level of thing with them. I just look at the interview on CNN, and I saw some interviews as well on BBC. And you look at the interviewer, there was one guy who is a Trump supporter, and he pushed Trump economic plan, which he outlined yesterday, and talking about it. Then when he was through, the interviewer basically himself is a supporter of Trump, but he did not bring his partisan politics into the interview. And what happened soon after, he brought in somebody who is on Hillary's economic advisory team to explain her economic plan, which she will outline later on in the week and so on. So therefore, you hear both sides. So you don't find yourself as the interviewer in that kind of behavior with the person you're interviewing. When I listened to it again on your program a while ago, I just thought that it looked like a debate, and you need to have a referee between the two of them. It looked like a debate. But Lennox conducted himself very well. I think the loser in this matter is Kamala, and the way in which she came out to the public. I think if you're Labourite and you're unreasonable, you will give her kudos. If you are a person who are reasonable, and as I said yesterday, you take off your partisan hat, and if you're reasonable, you will see that she was very unpleasant, she lacked professionalism, and her behavior is something that will land her into trouble as she go forward. And I think unless you change her behavior and attitude, she will just be seen in the country. And people I heard who called her yesterday on DBS, these are the very people who gave her a lot of blows before, when she was on the other side of the aisle. But now they are calling to think. I think what we have to do in Dominica, when anything is wrong, it is wrong. No matter whether you Labour, Freedom, or UWP, when it is right, it's right. And I think she did a bad job, and she was wrong. And I want to let the world know that I condemn her behavior. And if she came there with an agenda for the Labour Party, at the end of the day, she's the loser in this matter. Thank you very much.
Thank you. More telephone calls. We'll take our farmers for a few minutes this morning. Hello.
Good morning, Matt. How are you doing?
Good.
Matt, I said I wasn't going to call radio again, but I really...
We're very tempted to call this morning.
Matt, there's a saying that there's no bigger fool than he who doesn't know that he doesn't know.
I've heard that.
Matt, Kamala asked Lennox the question, right?
Yes.
To explain. Lennox explained to make any economist proud what he meant by a downward spiral. Kamala did not understand. In fact, Matt, you remember I trained the media in understanding the budget.
The budget some years ago, yes.
And I personally trained Kamala one-on-one. I took the budget and I showed her what is what, and I explained to her, and I could see the difficulty she had understanding what she was looking at. So I know she didn't have a clue. But Lennox explained to her what a downward spiral for the middle class was, like to make any economist proud. And instead of accepting her ignorance and moving on, she sought to call Lennox a propagandist. And I can imagine the patience Lennox had to stay and take that crap, because I would immediately ask her to apologize and get out of her studio. I mean, how low can we go, Matt? How low can... That is prostituting your profession of journalism, Matt, to do that nonsense. You ask the man a question, he explained what he meant. If you do not understand, it's not his fault that you don't understand, but don't call him a propagandist and give the impression that he didn't explain, Matt. Anyway, Matt, have a good day.
Have a good day. Have a good day. Former parliamentarian himself, and of course someone who has observed the media for a number of years. My good friend Frederick Barron. Hello, talk to me.
Matt, I just want to say hats off to Honorable Lennox Linton for having the patience of Job yesterday, Matt. When he came in there and she started on that wrong note, I would have walked out if I was in this place. And Matt, let me tell you one thing. We Dominicans right about now, it's time that we get up, we wake up, we open our eye, and we want electoral reform. We want voters' ID card, and it's time that we start to walk the walk and not to stop talking the talk. Bye-bye.
The voice of the people is the voice of Jah. So go to the ant, thou sluggard, and consider its place. For having no due leader or overseer, the ant, it hath no famine. The people's cup is filled and running over, running over, running over. The people's cup is filled and running over, and them just can't take no more. The people, they want a revolution, revolution, revolution. The people, they want a revolution, cause them just can't take no more. The people's cup is filled and running over, running over, running over. The people's cup is filled and running over, cause them just can't take no more.
The people's cup running over.
Revolution, revolution, revolution. The people, they want a revolution, cause them just can't take no more. And when I speak of a revolution, I speak of change. Change in the political system, change in the welfare system, a change in the medical system, and a change in the educational system.
Bonnie Wheeler.
A change in the housing system, a change in the utility system, a change in the transportation system, a change in the security system, change in the banking system, and a change in the industrial system. The people's cup is filled and running over, running over, running.
We'll take a few more minutes and we'll take our farmers for the last half an hour there. Hello, talk to me.
Good morning, man. How are you?
I am doing very fine. How are you doing, Mr. Michael Astafan?
Matt, we live in very interesting times, Matt. Matt, it appears that Kamala forgot where she has come from. Because if my memory serves me right, Kamala was one of the people in the middle class who suffered under the Labour Party. She was before the courts. And I just don't understand how Kamala can now forget those things. So it's very important that you remember where you come from, because she suffered under the Labour Party, she was before the courts, and now she is benefiting from the Labour Party. She forgets everybody else in the suffering. God bless.
God bless you, my good friend. Well, we have always to remember where we come from. Hello, talk to me. Maybe she's just not one of those people. Hello.
Good morning, man. How are you doing?
Good.
Yeah, good program. Just want to really give support to my political leader, Honorable Lennox Linton. And as some people question why he went to DBS. DBS is a national radio station, and I think Mr. Linton was invited to give his thoughts on the budget, and I think he made it very clear why he was there. Kamala came with her agenda, but I'm not saying no politician should be feel threatened to go to the national radio station, Matt. You should feel welcome, and the host or the person that is interviewing you should make you feel welcome. The interview with Mrs. Sherman Green-Brown with Mr. Linton about a year ago is chalk and cheese to what happened yesterday. Matt, and as a member of Parliament, as a member of the United Workers' Party, as a colleague of Mr. Linton, I am calling for a public apology from the Dominica.
From the national radio station, yes.
Yes, the Dominica Broadcasting Corporation, for what happened, what transpired yesterday with Mr. Linton, who was invited to, for himself to DBS, was invited to share his views on the budget. Mr. Linton deserves a public apology from the management of DBS Radio.
Thank you very much. We'll take our final phone call and we'll join our farmers. Hello, talk to me.
Good morning to you and the listeners.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you all saying it's an interview? That wasn't an interview. That was an interwar, not an interview. But anyway, don't cry, sufferers. Don't cry. Things will be sweet. Sweet. Indirectly and directly, Dominicans will only make up their minds for change when we will be responsible and to see things get changed, because we will be held accountable for the damage which is done to Dominica, as Dominicans are the ones who contribute to the nonsense that Roosevelt Security is doing. We chat instead of act. While damage is being done to our country, it will be beyond repairs if we don't stand up to take hold of Dominica. And Kamala say it is democratic at that time, but right now we're not democratic again. We turn Damas critic now.
Hello, caller. All right, hold it down. Hello.
Matt.
Yes.
Morning to you and morning to your listeners.
Mm-hmm.
Matt, when you listen to Kamala, he's an irresponsible, unexcusable, and a nuisance to the people of Dominica. When you are a host of a program, you have to protect your guests. For example, if somebody had called to say something bad about the Honorable Lennox Linton, she would say, no, caller, this is my guest. He is there as the leader of the opposition, and then you are there to protect the guest and to put questions to him. And then he would answer the questions. But what you see what happening that Kamala feel because she have an albatross around her neck, she wants to do the dirty work for the Labour Party. Not even somebody like Dinah Frampton, they could have get to be the guest on the host of that program.
Mm-hmm.
But no, but it is. Man, have you heard an apology from DBS Radio?
No, I haven't.
You have not, because this is a planned thing. It is a planned thing. The leader of the opposition is there to answer questions about budget. You want to tell him about all what is happening. But the leader of the opposition name has never been in the public domain or in courts and ready.
Oh. Let's not get personal on Kamala there. Okay, it's 9:30. We'll take a break and we'll come back right after this. You see, I am protecting her.
Our Lady of Fairhaven Grand Bazaar and Family Fun Day, Sunday, August 14th. Come celebrate the Feast of the Assumption. Then bring the entire family to the St. Mary's Academy grounds from 2 to 9 p.m. There will be lots of food and drinks, games for everyone, raffle, Mountain Castle fun, and more fun. Loads of low price, the shopping and music. And bringing the house down, the first serenade. Also the Ecstasy Band, Sis Queer, Signal Band, and the hottest DJs, DJ Allo Boy and Danger Day. All this powered by Adden Sounds and Lights. Sponsors DJ Cell, Carrier FM, Mapping 2K for Dominican News Online. Bonus Catering, DBS Radio, Greens Wholesale, and Deepex Scholar Lab. Tickets, children $5, adults $10, families of 4 pay only $30. Proceeds in aid of the Cathedral Roof Renovation Project. Tickets are available from all parish offices within the diocese, the Bishop's Office on Turkey's Lane in Roseau, Bullseye Pharmacy committee members, and at the door, Our Lady of Fairhaven Grand Bazaar and Family Fun Day, Sunday, August 14th, St. Mary's Academy grounds from 2 to 9 p.m. Support a worthy cause.
NCCU pays you back in our $1 million rebate campaign. Members who paid their loans well in 2015 will receive money back. Check your account for your portion of the big rebates. It certainly pays to be a member, as NCCU pays you back. We're putting $1 million back into members' pockets. Not yet a member? Join the NCCU today. Left the family? NCCU wants to welcome you home. Visit a NCCU branch today. Thank you, members. NCCU, West Coast, Central, Southeastern, and Grand Bay Credit Union brings you Credit Union Family Fun Day 2016 under the theme Play, Learn, and Grow Together. Sunday, August 28th, 2016 at the Botanic Gardens. Activities include lime and spoon, hula hoop, rounders, volleyball, domino, softball, cricket, treasure hunt, tug of war, and more. Bouncing castles and ring games for the kids. And entertainment by Halibut, Anton Joseph, Lucas Band, Ecstasy Band, and First Serenade. All this and more at the Credit Union's Family Fun Day 2016. Sunday, August 28th. Bring up the entire family and see you there.
One Step In Eating House, a blend of Dominica, Jamaica, and Guyana, is newly opened. On the menu: roti, Ziggy Mali wings, festivals, escovitch fish, oxtail, and curry goats, bachelor packages, soup days, and surprises. One Step In Eating House is open from 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. daily. Located on 27 Great George Street in Roseau. Call for order or delivery to 768081 or 4499081. One Step In Eating House, a blend of Dominica, Jamaica, and Guyana.
Tired and need a break? Going Places Travel is offering you a chance to win a 7-day Carnival cruise. Check out our new website where you can book flights, hotels, cruises, and enter our great summer cruise giveaway. Visit goingplacestravel.com before August 31st for more details.
Going Places Travel, we've got the best deals for you. You're going places, then we'll make your dreams come true.
Together, we are going places.
It's back to school at Astor fans. This summer, spend $50 or more on back to school items and get a chance to win wonderful gift items for back to school. Third prize winner will receive a stereo headset. Second prize winner will receive a cell phone power bank. First prize winner will receive a tablet. Customers have to write their name and address at the back of the receipt and place it in the box provided. Promotion runs from July 27th to September 10th, 2016. Terms and conditions apply. Astor fans, right place, right price. Right price.
Okay, Dominica, we're back here, and we're here with the farmers. Mr. Luis in the house, and Mr. Telemac is in the house for the next few minutes here. A very important announcement was made yesterday, guys. I want to put to these guys here very early. The Prime Minister said as of tonight, because he was speaking yesterday afternoon, that he would deposit some $25 million in the bank to assist the farmers and those in the tourism industry. Mr. Louis, is it something that is that good news for you?
It's just a matter of words, but in reality,
yes,
it will not work. The ages farmers of this country is people like me, Mr. Telemat.
Over 60.
Mad. Next month I'll be 84 years. So, and I'm a permanent farmer. And I still do not have, in my district, in the West Coast, there's not a single farmer I'm afraid of. Right? When it comes to work ethics,
yes,
production, etc. And I am not entitled for not $1 in that money you put in there. I'm not entitled.
Why are you not entitled?
I'm out. My ages put me out. In spite of the collateral I have, but I cannot access that money. Because you have to sit down in front of a 25-year-old or whatever the age groups are. They want to know how many fork you have, how many spoon you have, how many whatever. It does make sense. But nevertheless, if the money is there, it's to be utilized. But who are going to utilize it? Who going to use it? Who going to have access to it? Will the Prime Minister tell us the age group, whether they have land to do farming, or whether they look at that?
So you're saying that you are the guys with the experience, but most farmers in this country are over the age that the bank would accept for getting loans. And who are the young people in agriculture?
No, that is what I am coming to. Because before I go any further, I want to say something about what I heard this morning, just a tip of it.
Yes, tell me.
Camilla and Mr. Lennox Linton. And what come to my mind is Nicodemus. Nicodemus, Jesus told him, listen, Nico, if I tell you of the things that you cannot even understand, how you can understand spiritual things. Because the latter part I heard there, it seems that Mr. Lennox said that the people are working but they are poor, or the middle class, they are poor. And before I heard that long time, I telling people that working in the system that you are working poor. You know what I mean by working poor? Though you are working, but you still poor. You cannot access, you can't get a loan, you cannot buy a piece of land on your own, you cannot build a house, you cannot buy a transport, you are working, but you are poor. When I heard Kamala said, the middle class is the doctors and the police and the teachers and the nurses and the lawyers. Kamala do not do any assessment to come to that point. Because the lawyers want other things to do. The doctors want other things to do. Even I was coming this morning, so a qualified lawyer, you know, Mr. Teliver, he told me, Mr. Louis, I fed up with that. I want to go and work land. I want some advice. I said, when you're ready, you will come to me. I'll tell you. I asked you where you have your land. He told me. Right? No, because they cannot make two ends meet. That is why you see the government have his foot on the neck of Dominica. You know, the working people, for them to cry, my children need books, my children need that, my children need that. I have to go to the Prime Minister, I have to do this, I have to do that. That is a working poor, that is middle class people. You call that middle class people? The poor people in Dominica, that lady tell them to go and suck salt. They are sucking salt already, madam. They're already sucking salt. So the money, back to the money now, I quote Nicodemus say, because what Mr. Leonard was saying that the people in Dominica, the middle class or the working people in Dominica, they are suffering. And Kamala seems to inject to the world that Dominica middle class is okay. I said, no, it is not okay because they are suffering. And that is why they are living. Most people I'm talking to, they're in the bank, they're trembling. They are in the service, they're in the established, they're trembling. They're in business, they're trembling. They are not sure. So when Mr. Skerritt said he put money in the bank for farmer, back to it. I want Mr. Skerritt to tell us what we are going to do with that money. 25 millions in the bank. What are we going to do with that money? Are we going to plant bananas and bring it and marigold and gather it in drove and dump it there? Are we going to plant what? For what? What is the purpose of that $25 million? 3 years ago, sir, I put an estimate, my own estimate. $150 million in agriculture to give that jog start. It cannot bring us far, you know. People take me to scorn. People take me as a joker. When you come with $25 million, I want you to tell us what plan you have, what programs you have in place, what are the crops we have to go after, and where are the market for the crops, and how we can transport it to the marketplace. Unless you come to that $25 million that is for your friends, it will disappear, and the cry will continue. They don't bring back the money. They don't pay back. Your friend will take it, go about their business, and then that's what it is. But today, even bank afraid to give people loan. Because some people, they've taken loan on their land. Because the land is no profit for them and they cannot get it sell. When they get that money, they disappear from the radar. They disappear from the radar. And bank, look, the land is there. If you want to money, take the land and sell it. The banks have land available and people cannot buy it. This is what Mr. Skerrit wants us to do, to go and take a loan, and whereas after we take the loan to plant whatever, I am not making mention of any crops, whatever crops we plant, when we come, because now, Matt, if you come in my farm, you will see banana on their knees like that praying, you know. They are just busting, they are just falling from the tree, you know. I happen to sell maybe around 7 bunches or 5 bunches per week. You don't see every day they have a ripe banana selling. Because they're falling down. There's no market for it. We know, Mr. Telemark, you will talk about marigold, what you know with your experience. But I'm not a big banana farmer. I just plant, when I see the food scarcity came and you could not get a banana in Dominica to eat, I decided I got to put some bananas. And they are on me. Banana 11, 12, 10, 9 hands. And they are kneeling down on their knees. No spraying. I want to go and to tell us, I want the Minister of Finance to tell us, I appreciate the money you put there, sir, but tell us what directions you are going, how we can utilize that money, whether to plant ginger or yam or kush, whatever, and where are the market. Now this month, Matt, it was a good year for the fishermen. The fish came in and they are biting. Now, fisheries cannot observe other fish, more fish. Are you there?
I'm right there.
And then, there's no market to export. There's no place in place to export that fish so that they can harvest that shoal of fish that is there. And they're cutting by 12, by 10, by 15, whatever the case may be. No way. And the people have to come a whole night, boom, boom, with a shell. And they have to go back at their home with the rest of the fish. Is that we want? Is that we want, Mr. Telemark? Is that we want for us to take our banana in van load, where the Minister of Agriculture says we haven't got much banana in Dominica. What we have is just to make a broth. I mean, we're supposed to take all our van load of bananas and go Kiasibris at the Minister House and dump it there for him to feel our pain. Farmers are in pain in Dominica. Civil servants are in pain in Dominica. I know a lot of policemen want to leave that job. A lot of nurses embarrassed. A lot of waiting. They are frustrating because they're working under condition that is not conducive to human being. I've been to the hospital recently many times, and when I was sure of rainfall, pieces of crop all over the place to suck water. And you're telling me those people is all right? And that's what Camilla Bell wants us to convince us with. I am not a politician. I will never be one. I'm a real farmer. And I know what I'm talking about. And that is what you want us to go under. The farmer have ginger. They can't sell it. The banana, they can't sell it. The plantain, they cannot sell it. The dashing is a problem. And so you can implant more dashing there little bit by little bit just to survive. And you put in $25 million there, and you're telling us go for it. Mr. Telemark, I give you a chance.
All right, well, let me take a break, Mr. Telemark, and of course we'll come back right after this.
In the twinkling of an eye, life can change, and so having a good insurance policy should be a priority. Here at GK General Insurance, we provide insurance coverage that protects against property losses to your business, home, or vehicle. Call our local agents, coverage agencies, 445-4291 or 440-8662 and find out how you can get superior insurance coverage for less. GK General Insurance, your insurance place from Grace Kennedy.
It's
coming again. Back to school time. And we know how difficult it can be to get your children ready for the coming school year. Let the Central Cooperative Credit Union Limited take the burden off your shoulders and the worries of your wallet. Uniforms, school fees, tuition, school books, a CCCUL 12 months back to school loan of up to $2,500. It will make school days very happy days. And it's easy. Just come to CCCUL, Central Cooperative Credit Union Limited. Easy way out of your back to school expenses.
We go to school on Monday, there's time for holidays. But in September, it's back to school again. New books and books to buy. Clothes, shoes, even linen. Mama katape melted like katape lajan. Well, mama come to big age and papa come to big age. Your children need the big age to go to school in style. Yes, all loans granted from July 1st to September 9th kote big age. Katape or discount. Discount as loan? Yes, my dear. Only 2% interest monthly. Plus, Shaq Moon Kita pay your loan go to big edge. Your name goes into the barrel for the big draw. First prize $1,500 and a $500 grocery hamper. Second prize $1,000 and a $300 grocery hamper. Third prize $500 plus a $100 grocery hamper. Can you imagine who tape loan and you still getting a chance to win a big prize? So, will you join me in the back to school match? We are marching to Big Edge. Wonderful, wonderful Big Edge. Big Edge, financing your most cherished moments.
Time to sleep, darling.
Dad, are there any monsters under the bed?
Not while I'm here. You're safe and sound.
Feeling cared for, protected, and secure. It's a feeling that every Massey United Insurance customer knows. After all, they're in the same safe hands, protected by our financial strength, stability, and experience, and cared for by our team. Now, all our customers are even more secure with the sound strength of Massey. It's a great feeling. Massey United Insurance. To learn more, contact our agents, JB Charles and Company Limited at 448-2876, CAM Dupini Inc. at 448-3012, and LA Dupini and Company Limited at 448-2310.
This is it, the 2016 Madam Wap Duet Canada Cultural Show. Madam of Madams is on Saturday, October 1st, 2016 at the St. Peter's and Paul Banquet Hall, 231 Milner Avenue, Markham Road and 401 in Toronto, Canada. The best of Dominica's culture will be on display as we celebrate the Madam Wap Duet Canada's 5th anniversary. The Madam Wap Duet Canada Cultural Show, Madam of Madams, will be a fierce contest as past winners and runners-up bring their experience, flair, and beauty to the stage. There can only be one Madam of Madams. This year's theme is Viva CC Calderon, honoring one of Dominica's cultural advocates, Mabel Alice CC Calderon. Tickets are only $50 for dinner, show, and dancing. October 1st, 2016 Madam Wap Duet Canada Cultural Show, Madam of Madams, at the St. Peter's and Paul Banquet Hall, 231 Milner Avenue in Toronto, Canada. See you there.
B1500 to purchase a season's ticket for only $250. Utan bien, messieurs, mesdames, $250 EC dollars. The greatest lineup on earth. Take advantage of this year's season ticket special at the DFC office at the Ground Floor Financial Center from today.
May we clap? Got the Elizabeth Fashion.
Bring along a valid ID, receive your receipt, and redeem your ticket after September 1. A maximum of 2 tickets per person. The World Creole Music Festival, where people meet. C'est musicano.
All right, we're coming back, and for the last few minutes here, we're taking on Mr. Telemac.
Yeah.
Mr. Telemac, you've listened for a while. What are your thoughts?
Yes, Matt.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Speaking to the $25,000 million.
Yeah, 25 million, yes.
I would first ask the Minister of Finance if he has prepared his Minister of Agriculture to work in harmony
with the farmers. This is the first thing I would ask, because I understand that the Minister of Agriculture is ducking his responsibility. How he's ducking his responsibility, Matt, and the listening public? He is saying they haven't got, his ministry haven't got right to seek for market for the farmers' goods. I am asking he and the Minister of Finance if they have sit together and understand their responsibility in spending money. Okay? Because we are hearing every institution now calling the farmers for credit. Yet for all, the plantain, the fig, the coconuts, every single crop is on the ground, under the trees whatsoever, plantain, coconut, or banana trees. They are there to be seen. I do not sit down inside here saying something that when the farmers and their children sit at their table and listen to me today, they say, well, Mr. Fenton does lie. I'm saying something that when I say it here, this soak into their heart, this is a man of truth. We have ripe plantain, we have ripe banana, we have coconuts making coconuts and kitten making kittens under the coconut trees. Yet for all, we understanding that 25 millions are put there for the farmers to borrow, to invest. I would ask the Prime Minister to think again and think of the roads condition. I hear the Minister of Agriculture is saying, oh, keep up for us to ship good fruits and good fruits. Good fruits without road. Good fruits whilst we are wasting the first of our crops. We are not making profit to be able to maintain qualities. You have to make profit out of what you do for you to be able to maintain what you'll continue be doing. First of all, the minister do not know that. I believe a man from Cassie Bruce should know better than that. Drago should know better than that. Drago is no Minister of Agriculture. And I would want to ask the Minister of Finance, which is the Prime Minister, why do you pay Drago a salary? If you can tell me, and to me, the statement has given me the confidence that Drago is working for that salary you're paying him, I will be satisfied. Up to now, you leave me unsatisfied. And I think you leave every farmer and their family unsatisfied. We're talking about put money into agriculture. When 16 years ago, we asked not to carry the children that would be 16 years today, not to carry them even to our shed, much less to our fields. What are we going to tell them now? What are we going to tell them tomorrow? There's money going to do agriculture? What do they know about agriculture? We have to do what we have to do and do it right. We have to forget the politics when it comes on managements of our country, who support who and who do what and who do not. We supposed to work together to build this country. I understand Mr. Linton yesterday. I listened very keen of this lady Camilla. And that woman must learn to respect people. First of all, if you don't respect yourself, you respect nobody. And I see that woman is not a woman of respect. It's a woman that had go out for war. Because I sit down and I tell in my partner next to me, listen, this Linton has enough patience to take this from that woman. The woman is messing the man's brain. Like she feels somebody without a top brain that she's going to bring to a shame right there. You know what I mean? And she enforced that with all her might, and she had come to do that. I will tell you, not a marigot man. Not even when you bring Boboyo and put Boboyo before you, you can't turn around Boboyo. So, respect Mr. Linton. Please do us that favor, please. I have a little warning for my cousin, which are candidates in Wesley. I overheard from people, she made a statement about the hospital. And I'm saying our hospital is serious. And I know she know me well. And I know she know when I say I'm going to do something, and I call on the public, and I call on the people, I can get the people to unite. I did it. I did it when I took off the school roof in Wesley. She must remember that. And true, we took off the school roof and put it back at our own expense. That is the first time after the death of Christ, the people had come together to do something and do it faithfully and true. We build our desks, we build our benches, and we fold back our school. That's how we got the one at Bonham, because we took that stand. I will tell again.